Gonna try to read the comments because everybody's excited about you being on the air.
Oh, I doubt that very
No,
seriously.
no, seriously. Yeah. Success is in there. He's gonna be.
Hey, what's up, SCE? How you doing, brother, man?
As soon as the freaking stream comes up. God, I hope we don't have any problems. Oh, no. No, we might. Where is it?
You kind of you made it off with the fucking chick, but you can't get me in here.
What are you talking about here? I know. I'm sorry. It's just the chicken, as you said. The chicken.
Well, maybe she wouldn't like that, but oh well.
That was fucking funny, though. I mean, I was listening to that chicken last night, and you made her in there. Why do you hate me? Who hurt you, Hamster? Who hurt you?
Everybody did.
All right, let me. I think I'm low, though.
But you can't get me in here.
What are you talking about? No, that's about right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I'm listening to it live now. There's that echo stuff going on, but
Get that shit out of there.
yeah. Well, welcome to the freaking chat, boys. Let's talk about men shit. Let's talk about oil and shit like that. How are you, Hammer?
Hang on one second.
Okay, I'm waiting.
All right, I'm good, brother. I was gonna see if I could watch it on the other channel on my phone, but it's not gonna work out. So.
Well, you have no bandwidth. What's going on here?
My fucking carrier is terrible, and that's why I've had to bail on these last two or three that I've tried to hook up with, and it's just so aggravating because I was really hyped for that shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, you need to get like they're laying fiber all over Denver here, so there's Denver fiber things going on.
Well, they're throwing down the 5G radiation sterilize your balls wire.
That's right. It's designed to burn up our sperm. Help me, Trump.
Brother. Well, yeah. I get a lot of shit for saying the stuff that I do about Trump and getting out there and voting, and whether you believe in it or not, man. I mean, if you don't believe in it, then what does it hurt? Cast your vote.
Someone says, max out your mics. I don't know. I think it sounds all right. Georgia Redmud is in here. Luke Chase, Craig
Who says it's too high?
No. He said it was too low. So I don't know if it is. Low. It might be. Let's see here. Hold on. I can turn you on.
Yours was in that last stream that I watched with you and that the chicken. Yeah. That was fucking. You were a little bit low.
Well, I can turn me up a little bit. Is that better?
You can't. You're coming across the same to me. So ask the chat if that's better.
I mean, it's a good balance because you're there with the phone. I'm here with the mic. Fuck it. It'll be fine.
Fuck it. Just turn up the hamster parts. That's all.
Yeah, we're gonna be. By the way, we're going to be. Let me turn the fan up here. We're gonna be.
Do it.
What is it called?
Do it.
I can't even think. Do it now. Don't do it later. Now. What is it? Buffering. We're gonna buffer. So guys, it's gonna be better in the chat after we upload it, after the thing with the whatever. But yeah, the buffering stuff. All right, Stone Reaper is in here. Hello, Stone. Bridges don't fly. Me and Mr. Elite went out to dinner with this guy. And he brought a 12-pack of beer.
Well, you should show up with some tribute. That's outstanding.
No, why not? Moon-based radio. Hello. He says, Hammy. Where's the love for Hammerhand, though, here? I don't get it, guys. Come on. Give me it. Let him have it. Tell him how much you love him.
No, fuck that. Don't do that. It ruined my rep, boy.
Oh, yeah. You're an evil bastard. I keep forgetting. I do.
It is. I'm catching all the slings and arrows. You guys just go ahead and do your thing.
So, did you hear today, Joe Biden, a couple of years ago, said, you troops are stupid bastards.
Oh, it's a joke. He was just kidding.
It's a joke. Of course it is.
He was just joking. I could actually believe that it was a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, but, the guy is completely and totally and terribly detached from what real people are. I mean, how grounded can you be as a human being when you've spent your entire adult life being chauffeured everywhere, being driven everywhere, being paid on the back of the taxpayer, and having accomplished nothing?
Yeah. 47 years.
47 years, bro.
The only thing he's got was what?
years.
VAWA, violence against women. Is that what the hell is that?
He was a co-signer on that. I mean, he was going to go with whoever fronted that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a gynocentrist. I mean, in the heaviest sense of the word, and he probably doesn't even realize it.
I don't think he knows anything at this point.
No, you'd be lucky to get a hello out of this guy without some kind of a seizure.
I mean, I don't necessarily think Joe Biden's a bad person. No, nothing like that.
No, I do. Fuck him.
Well, okay. My theory. You are an evil bastard. Where's your hood? I know what you are. So, Joe Biden, I think I talked about this with the chicken last night. I don't think the Democrats figured they could win. Right?
No, I don't either.
I thought Trump.
I don't either.
They were just so on the losing side of things. Like, come on, Joe. Come on, Uncle Joe. Sniffy boy. We're going to run you. See? And then when you lose, we're going to buy you a retirement home in the Hamptons or some shit, right? But they
he's
find
already got.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
No, please. No.
His physical needs and his wealth are already taken care of. His family and his family members are already taken care of. The hope for these people, in my opinion, my very humble opinion, was to get him in there, and they will immediately slide him out of the seat, and they're going to put Harris in it.
Yeah, I think so.
And
yeah.
that seems to be a talking point for a lot of people, so it's kind of easy to parrot that.
Yep.
But if you didn't see that coming to begin with, you know, I mean, then you don't really have your eyes open. That's what they're going to do. But I'm going to tell you something, Hamster.
Yes.
I would like to get off the politics for a little bit and talk
Go ahead.
about something
Yeah.
that
Please.
concerns
No,
us.
absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
So anybody in the chat want to float anything?
Well, let's see here. Stone Reaper says you're a fucking asshole.
Okay, I can deal with that. You know, I've been called worse.
I'm kidding. He didn't say that at all.
It sounds a little odd coming from him, so yeah, I can deal with it though. You know, I take criticism. I'm a big boy.
Oh, Success is in here. Hello, Suck. What's up?
Hey, I have a fucking photo of him that he okayed that I'm going to share on my community tab. This man has opened up from his fucking belly button to his throat.
Is he fugly?
No. You don't get to see his face, so I can't speak to that. But
thank goodness.
The fact of the matter is,
I want to see that.
It's a gnarly photo, and it speaks volumes to what people go through when they're dealing with health issues. And shout out to Success Pool Endeavors, and shout out to Vincent Migdow, because I know he's going through some shit.
Really? What's going on? Like divorce or that kind of stuff, or health things?
No,
or whatever?
he had his large intestine either removed or disconnected from his intestinal tract. No. So he'll be stuck with a colostomy bag for the rest of his life.
Is that suck?
No, that's Vention.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That sucks. That is really bad.
It fucking stinks, man. It stinks.
I know. I mean, at least he's still alive, but it is a real big pain in the ass. Trust me on that one. Oh, my God.
Well, he knows, too. As a matter of fact, I think that some of the tumoring was so close to that anal sphincter of his that they had to remove it. And that can't be fucking pleasant. I mean, how could it possibly be anything other than hideous?
They sew your asshole up, too, by the way.
Yeah, I think that they do. I knew a fellow that went through this a number of years ago, and typically when they disconnect you like that and they fit you with a colostomy bag, they give you 5 years to be clean, to be cancer free.
5 years.
Yeah, he typically, now I don't know if they're still doing that, if that's still the protocol, but they gave him 5 years. He went back for his last checkup and his cancer had returned.
Big Rich is giving you some love, baby.
Much appreciation, Big Rich.
No, my grandmother actually got hooked up with a guy, Joe. Really, just a great guy, you know. He was when he was younger, he was in the mob and shit, that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great to me.
No, he was an Italian guy out of New York, and eventually, I think it was 1986, 1987, he got the bag. It's like, just not the same, you know?
No, it's not. And it's not going to be. It takes a lot of getting used to when you have a massive, massive change of life like that.
Yeah.
My best thoughts for Vention and for Success Pool. I think Success Pool is going to have an easier time of recovery. And no disrespect to the massive shit that he went through, you know, but living with a colostomy bag until your last days, man, that's a lot of stuff to get used to.
I mean, you're still alive, but man, that's just such, oh God.
You're
Jesus
living.
Christ.
I used to watch, it doesn't matter if I say his name on here because he has since passed, but I used to watch David have to change his, you know, and it's so interesting to see a piece of your intestine coming out underneath your solar plexus.
Ugh.
And then it is banded to this bag that you carry under your shirt. And that's how you get rid of, that's how you dispense with your waste products.
And they shit in the bag, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't even know that you can call it shit. It's just whatever your food used to be, it's moved through your small intestines now, and it never touches your large intestines.
My grandfather got brain cancer, and he lived on for maybe 6 years, or I'm sorry, 6 months. We ran into
that's a long fucking time after a brain diagnosis.
We ran into a tree going to church one day, and you know he passed out or whatever. And yeah, he got the brain cancer. They took half his brain out. Seriously, his brain.
Was he still functioning? I mean, was he still functional?
Yeah. And
he knew who he was. No memory loss.
Oh no, he was fine. Evidently, they took out the brain that doesn't handle it. I don't know. But, I mean, they gave my grandmother it's not going to live very long. And so she would make him like a half a pound of bacon and eggs in the morning.
Oh, man, she's hurrying his ass to the afterlife.
Oh, no. He couldn't have bacon and eggs because he had high cholesterol and, you know, all that fucking 70s shit. Oh, you don't want to eat meat. You want to eat, and it fucks you up.
Yeah.
Poor guy died
terrible.
in 1975.
Well, son of a bitch, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. And he had to be married to my grandmother. Oh, no.
Oh, you know, that's a no-no. You can't have that.
No.
You can't have that shit.
She was a cunt.
At least you're honest about it.
I mean, how could you not be? She was just a horrible person.
Wow.
And I've talked about it on the streams a couple of times. She was the most racist person I've ever met.
Holy shit.
I mean,
goddamn, I might buy her a drink, man.
The Italians, the Jews, the Puerto Ricans, the whatever. It's like she had all these nicknames. It's like, No. I'm surprised I'm not like a fucking KKK member at this point. Being raised by her,
now.
You know?
You know you are to a certain sect of people out there. If you're fucking left of Stalin or right of Stalin, you're a bad man.
But do I get a free white hood though? I mean, they're kind of cute.
No, because you've got privileges, son. You can make one.
How is that? How am I privileged?
You know how. Come on. Do I have to say it? Do I?
Yes, you do.
Euro trash. You piece of dog shit.
My father is from Hungary, you piece of crap.
Mine wasn't.
My father and his relatives fought off the Turks, and Vlad the Impaler was a frigging hero in Hungary. By the way, just saying. What about you?
Did your father actually fight the Turks off?
No, he fought the Nazis, actually. Honestly.
Outstanding.
He was 9-year-old guy, and the Allies came in, bombed his little village, and he got some shrapnel in the ass. Yeah, seriously. And then, as time progressed, 1956, there was the Hungarian Revolution against the Soviets. And he was part of the he was, 18? Something like that? And he eventually said, fuck this. No, thank you. And he escaped through Austria to the United States, and thus I'm here, the big fat hamster. Right?
That's pretty funny, man. There's a lot of folks that actually do that. It's strange Austria's role in all of this shit. You know, going back to the 20s and the 30s.
Yep.
You know, the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand and how that kicked off a certain wave of shit. Yeah, really crazy shit. It's funny how Austria plays centrally in so much of that.
Yeah. But I mean, it was what bothers me about this whole thing is Vlad the Impaler, right? With Dracula,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He fought the Turks as they were invading. He was a Christian guy and all this stuff, and he did some really bad shit, but nothing worse than the Turks did to the Hungarians, Romanians, the Austrians, all these people.
Yeah, the Armenians.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know if it was, but yeah, I get your point. But
Yeah.
the Turks came in and did some really bad shit. Really bad shit. 1500, something like that. And Vlad the Impaler gets, well, he was evil and white and Christian and all that shit.
And you see how long that kind of those sentiments have been around.
Oh, yeah.
Brother, they've been around
Hundreds
for a
of
long,
years.
long
Yep,
time.
yep.
Yeah, hundreds and hundreds of years, centuries.
I mean, we hear the mythology of Vlad the Impaler, but the reality was he was trying to save his country from the Muslim invasion.
I don't disagree.
You know?
Yeah, I don't disagree with you at all when it comes to that. I mean, if folks who randomly and unironically quote the Christian Crusades as being a bad thing, it makes me chuckle. It wasn't a bad thing. It was revenge for 9 fucking centuries of marauding, war, and slave taking.
Delilah Despised is in the chat with a wrench.
Double D.
How in the world did you get a wrench, Delilah? Let me take that away. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, it's interesting, the Muslim invasion back then. I mean, the Christians, the Catholics or whatever, they weren't very nice either. We know that.
No,
but I
of course
think
not.
the Muslims were a little bit worse, right? Took over Spain, took over Italy, took over India. You don't even want to know what the Muslims did to the Indian folks.
Well, not all of Italy.
The
Sicily
southern
and
half.
Sardinia.
We talked about that before, yes.
They got Sicily and Sardinia. Yeah.
But I mean, enough of it so there's some mixing. But if you really want to
There's
get
a
scared,
fucking lot of mixing. There's a lot of mixing. I mean, people that consider themselves full-blood Italians now do not realize that they're mixed with them.
yeah, exactly. Where'd the dark skin come from? Oi, Maroon, right? Come on.
It's my olive skin, you fuck.
Stop. But if you really want to get scared, look at the Muslim invasion of India. I mean, you don't even want to know. It was bad. It was really bad.
Well, I know what they did to them. It's pretty rough, and it's no different really than the Barbary Coast raids and our early involvement with our first set of Marines and Navy. How they were going over there and they were kicking their fucking balls in.
Yep.
And keeping them off of our allies, because I mean that's why you see all of these millions and millions and millions of blacks that were taken from Africa, Egypt, Libya, sub-Saharan Africans, and they were removed and taken over there where they took their war bounties and their tribes, and then there's no black population. That's, I mean, you can pretty much guess. I mean, they fucking gelded all of them.
Yeah. I can guess.
It's
yes.
horrific shit. Horrific shit.
It's really bad shit. Hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
So tell us about the slave trade today. Slavery has been eliminated from the earth, right, Hammer?
Oh, no. No, it has not. As a matter of fact, a few years ago, some very well-known U.S. politicians decided to go in and remove a couple of key people and destabilize the Middle East, and then they sponsored the killing of Muammar Gaddafi, and that opened Libya up to where it is now, and they have an open-air slave trade. As a matter of fact, the slave trade has doubled since then. About 40 million people are now involved in active slave trade.
Why do you think Hillary Clinton wanted to take out Muammar Gaddafi? I mean, he was a
I
freak.
think,
He was a freak show. Well, I mean, there's no question about that. But he
I'll
was.
give you my opinion on it.
Oh, please, yes, do.
My
Yes.
opinion on it is that Gaddafi was negotiating with Xi Jinping to get off of the U.S. petrodollar after they had been put on the U.S. petrodollar by the United States. And once he accepted that and decided he was going to go that route, they went in and destroyed Libya to keep the oil in U.S. and U.S. ally hands.
Mm-hmm. It's just the oil. You think it's the oil?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's nothing else that's strategically valuable in Libya.
No, I mean it's a pleasant place to go when there's not a war going on.
Sure. You know, I mean, I've seen parts of Tripoli that actually resemble, human dwellings. If you want to go that route, they've got a lot. You can actually get on Google Earth, and most of these places that you would think are untouchable that you can't see, as long as you can get your little walking man down there, you can get right on it. Everybody in the fucking world has a camera with a cell phone, and they take isolated shots, panoramas. They walk the streets, or Google and Alphabet are paying people to run their little camera cars around and document the cities. You can get in there pretty good and see a lot of shit. That place looks like a fucking war zone still to this day, and there's no active war.
Were you in the military?
No. I had my opportunities, and that window opened up. I took my naval ASVAB, and I scored in the top 1%. I had my choice of assignments, and I never went.
Why?
I don't know. My uncle was in there. We research our family history back generations, well, centuries. We've got 18 or 20 Harvard grads. We've got hundreds of service personnel. And it was my pleasure to want to get lined up and go. And then when the time came, I hadn't signed up. I hadn't signed any entry papers. But when the time came, it was just like, is this really what I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'll sit and I'll wait and I'll think about it. And it just never came back around.
So how far back do your relatives go?
Here in this country, we go back to the middle 1630s.
No shit.
Yeah, and that's fairly well documented. We have, as a matter of fact, we've got some really decent folks in our family line, and my direct line is Samuel Osgood. He is the first Postmaster General under the ratified Constitution.
Fucking A. 1630?
Yeah, 1630s. Our family founded Andover, Massachusetts.
Wow. My grandmother came over in, well, her relatives in like 17 something, 1760 maybe. Illinois is where
That's still impressive, I mean, to have a family lineage that goes back that far. And I think that kind of lets us in the door a little bit as to why we're having the issues that we're having here in this country. When you're bringing people from Western and Northern Europe, they don't come to you and say, fuck you, we don't want to assimilate. They recognize their own people. These folks that are coming in here now, coming into this country, unless they go through the actual immigration network, they have no respect for you. They have no respect for your country. This is a place for them to squat, to get gibs, and to take as much advantage of the taxpayer as they can possibly take. And they're encouraged to do it. And they're given full reign by everybody that helps them fill out the fucking papers.
Yeah, I actually get a little bit choked up about it, right?
Yeah. Like what?
My relatives fought on the side of the North. Right?
Oh, no.
They fought against slavery.
Oh, man, you poor devil.
I know. And these fuckers tell me I've got white privilege and I want that back. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Sorry?
I said, I wish I had that back. I wish I really did have what they thought that I had. Then maybe my life would be a little bit easier and I wouldn't have to pack in 65 hours of fucking diesel chugging every goddamn week so
Bro.
that I could just pay my bills.
Bro,
you know?
you're white. You're a CEO. We all know that. Come on.
Dude, come on. I tried very, very hard to hide it, but you found me out.
I know. You're white as a
Fucking
sheet.
hammer
You're
trucking.
whiter than
Hammer
I am.
trucking.
I think I've got some Vlad Impaler in me because I'm not as white as you. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'd need sunglasses to look at your picture.
You know what the funny thing was, man, is when I lived down in Florida, talking about white, I was never mistaken for white. When I get out in the sun, every motherfucker in the world would say, you speak pretty good English. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
What?
Like, well, you're from here, right? You're not from here, are you? I said, no. Well, goddamn, you look like a Cuban, man. I mean, my skin gets fucking dark with 4 or 5 days of sun exposure.
No shit.
And I lived out there, and I get 10 shades darker than what you see me on my videos. If I'm in the sun and I make a conscious effort to tan, man, I get really, really brown.
I get
If
freckles.
I don't have any exposure, I'm white. I'm like styrofoam white.
I get freckles. I think there's some ginger in me, but what do I know?
Oh, it's fucked up.
I mean, in real life,
good. It
you
fits
know,
your
the
name.
ginger. Yes.
So going back to your family fighting on the north out there, do you have any like established lineage or any stories to tell?
Well, my grandmother's relatives settled in Springfield, Illinois.
Springfield, Illinois.
Yeah, and
Home of G.I. Joe, baby.
Is that right?
Joe.
No shit.
Yeah, no shit.
You ever watch Kentucky? What? Oh, Jesus! Now I can't think of it. Kentucky Ballistics.
The YouTube channel.
Yeah. So I could see him doing some G.I. Joe. Yeah, well, we're going to put in a 50 BMG and see if G.I. Joe can handle it, that kind of shit.
Oh, fuck that shit, man. I can't see that shit getting blown up. It breaks my heart.
Oh, what about the, what is that Stretch Armstrong thing he blows up all the time? It's funny.
Oh, well, actually, I haven't seen those, but if it's an actual Stretch Armstrong, you know when those came out. They came out like in the middle 70s.
I had a G.I. Joe when I was a kid, though.
I ain't got just one, boy. I got about 120 of them.
No shit. Wow. He had the short hair, and he didn't have a penis. What do you think about that?
I think that's pretty emblematic of most men today.
We don't have a penis. Wait, hold on.
No, you're not allowed.
Let me look.
Are you fucking kidding me? If you demonstrate any type of positive sexual attitude as a man, you'd be lucky not to catch a charge.
Bro, I just looked and I've got a penis. It's a small one, but it works. Trust me, I've got a child and a grandkid. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Fuck me running.
Exactly. Yeah.
So man, yeah, like getting back to your family in Springfield. Do you know? Do you have a lineage there?
The only thing I know is that it was about 1760, 1770 when my grandmother's family came over. And my grandfather, we talked about the brain cancer. He came over on the boat in 1921, and I still have his silver dollar.
Oh, that's outstanding.
From 1921. Because he said,
a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it is, actually. Because he said, hey, keep this, you'll always have a dollar. You know?
We have a set of crutches in our family that's inscribed by 4 different users over 100 years.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, they built their crutches. Somebody at some point in time suffered an injury, and they hand-built and hand-planed a set of crutches. You know, just real rudimentary things that you can put up under your armpits and, walk around with them. They got one little hand crank on either side of them. And these crutches were built out of such decent wood and taken such good care of that 4 different users used those crutches over 100 years.
Wow.
So we got those. We have a lot of family heirlooms and history and family memories. We have a crest from the royalty in Ireland and in England.
Ireland? You're an Irish guy.
Well, we're typically considered English. Those names were Braun, not like the German Braun, but the English Braun.
Hmm.
And our family name was Osgood. Now, we run that back all the way to the middle 1500s. That's as far back as we can get it.
No shit.
And our original surname, our original last names were God, like G-O-D.
Really?
Yes.
How is that? Is that in the Irish language or not the English?
No, that was carried over from Scandinavia, which is where we tracked them to.
Okay.
Down through England. Some of them settled in Scotland and Ireland, and then the three brothers that I carry in my line all went to America, and they went to found New England for the most part.
Wow.
They founded Andover, Massachusetts. They founded another city in Massachusetts. I can't recall the name of it, but the Osgood family home is sitting out there, and it's a National Historical Monument.
No shit. Wow.
Yes, sir. No shit.
Now, I grew up in New Jersey, and there's a lot of historical shit in New Jersey, right?
I bet there is.
I mean,
Red Bank?
No. Metuchen area, Middlesex County, and there's like George Washington slept here kind of thing, or the Revolutionary War was planned over here in Trenton or in Staten Island. It's just it's really neat stuff. I love that.
Cool too.
Yeah,
that's very cool, man. Very, very cool shit. As a hobby, like on the side, I pick up bags of slides. You can catch them like on eBay. You know, they come from estate auctions or estate sales or death sales or stuff like that.
You mean slides like pictures and stuff?
Yeah, like the old Kodachrome slides.
Kodachrome, okay. Yep.
Yeah, I'll pick those up, and I've got 2 bags right now with about 5,000 slides in it. I've documented many of them, but these folks, the first bag is clearly from the same people, and man, did they ever live. You know, I know this is a little off the beaten path, but they took vacations in France, in Germany, in Italy, and there's so much historical photography in these slides that I'm documenting. Thankfully, they were all dated, so I can't guarantee that it's 100% correct on the date, because, you know, some folks will hold on to them for a little bit, but the date that they were processed is on the slides. Good shit. I mean, really, really cool stuff. You're seeing these countries and these major tourist attractions like Paris or Venice as they were. And obviously they've changed quite a bit, especially since 15.
So these are like really old ones, like whatever the type was, the girl type or something?
Well, yeah, not just females, but all of the stuff that they decided they wanted to take pictures of, they'd take photographs of. Way back when they were doing film developing, you had an option. You could get prints, or you could have them put on slides. And the slide projector was really popular back in the 50s and the 60s.
Yes, it was. Yes, I know.
So yeah, that's what I got. And I'm going to, as soon as I get the opportunity, I'm going to develop a website, and I'm going to put them up, you know. And I don't really know what kind of a name it's going to be. It's like Images in the Past or something like that, or Looking Back, or The Way Back, you know, something like that. I haven't really thought of it, too carefully, but I think that it would be really cool as shit for these people or their relatives. I'll identify them where I can, you know, but there's some identifying information in pictures and so on and so forth. I got a bag not too long ago of a record executive. He was in his print shop. He was making album covers for Patsy Cline. I thought it was neat as shit. And he was taking pictures of all of his stuff and all the vacations and all of that stuff. It's just very, very strange. Interesting stuff to me. Very interesting.
Yeah, I like to look at the old photos, like years ago, right? Here's Paris. And there's like 3 streets with a bunch of buildings. But that would be
tons of them.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot of them. They show the National Federal Congress over there, and they took a lot of pictures of the Arc de Triomphe. They took pictures of the Tomb of the Unknown. Very, very interesting photographs. They took inner city pictures, you know, like the little hamlets and stuff in France and in England and in Venice. Great shit. Very good stuff. Very good stuff.
Well, what's interesting is the people, 100 years ago, they had no idea to how to take a photo. It's like, oh, this new thing, let's go. But they managed
No.
to do very, very fine work.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And you know, it doesn't take long with any brand new discipline, anything that's being invented for the first time. There's going to be competition. It doesn't take long to get it down. And I've got stuff in these slides going back into the 1940s, and you've got your homebody shit, where you take pictures of the aunts and the uncles sitting in the recliner smoking.
Right. Smoking cigarettes.
Yes. Yeah, obviously, because back then it was promoted as fucking healthy.
Exactly. Here, smoke a Camel. It's good for you. The doctor
shit,
says
boy.
so, and all that shit. Yeah, I get it.
Lucky Strikes, my fave.
Let's see. Toasted tobacco. Is that what it means?
Oh, God.
Something.
Yeah, it was some terrible shit. It was pretty hideous the way that this stuff was pushed on the population.
But did you know that, like, the military guys that went to World War II,